Welcome back to Remedaut. My name is Exonerated. And last time we were here, we set up a cool system for harvesting flowers in Botania. And we were generating mana, which you can see we're having trouble keeping up with. Mostly because it's trying to backfill this mana pool here. I found that I was having a hard time doing stuff over here because the Hopper Hawk kept picking it up. So what I did was I went through and relocated it over here. This does two things. First off, it makes a chest with a redstone path long enough to be full at 15 signals. So there's 15 bits of redstone here. So that when this chest gets full, it'll automatically shut off that timer. The other thing it does is it allows me to place this cool little lever here. Hopper Hawk works just like a regular hopper. If there's a redstone signal applied to it, it won't feed anything in. So I can turn that on and off at a whim. Excuse me. And that way I can do whatever I have to do. Like in my case, I took a mana tablet, I filled it up, and then I brought it over here to fill up the rest of the way. In fact, we're going to do a little bit more of that now. This is sparing mana to items, so let's dump it in there. And it should be, yep, there it goes, filling up that tablet. And this one is accepting, okay. So what we talked about last time was setting up a different way to kind of generate to be able to generate leaves, or let's rewind, to generate mana. We wanted a way to be able to generate mana that didn't necessarily involve these really slow flowers. Now, there's a couple of flowers in Botania that allow you to generate mana. The one I think I want to work with here is the Munch Dew. And what it does is it goes through and eats any leaves that it finds and automatically turns them into mana. So what I'm going to do today is I need to make this Rune of Gluttony before we get started. That's 2 mana diamonds, a fire, and a winter. Wow, and the winter is 2 snow and a wool and a cake. Water and water. Let's make cake first. I don't think I have any milk. I do not. Let's see. How do you make cake? It's been a while. Yep, 3 milk, 2 sugar, eggs, wheat. Alright, so let me get some buckets. And 2, 3. And let me get the mats together to make this cake. And then we'll start crafting some runes on here. Let's see if our tablet's done. It is not full. Oh, wait, it was a graphical glitch, I think. Yep, the tablet is full. Okay, so let's put this here. We'll see how... Oh, wait, we gotta turn off our Hopper Hawk. Oh, it got us already. There it goes. Alright, let's go ahead and put it back down again. And there it goes, feeding in mana. And if we look at the mana pool, it's quickly filling up. These flowers will be okay for a minute, even though it just harvested. We might want to turn this down a little bit, actually. We'll make it 1.5 minutes. Alright, and is that mana pool full yet? Not quite, but it's getting there. Let's check out our tablet. Oh, our tablet is empty. Okay. There we go. And this one. There we go. Okay, so like I was saying, let me go get some milk and get this cake made, and then we'll craft a rune on camera. I'll be back. All right, we got our cake here. Now, let's take a look at making a rune and how this is going to work. So, for a rune of winter, we need an earth and a water. which I don't have on me. Let's grab them. I need a water and an earth. And let me dump off some stuff while we're doing this too. This. No more alloy wire. I kind of think I need the rest of this. We don't need an axe. Okay. Oh, you know what we can do is turn back on our hopper hock. There we go. We'll dump off that mystical blue flower. Okay, so according to the book again, we needed wool, 2 blocks of snow, which I know we can craft in our system. So let's type in snow. Oh, I got 2 blocks. And let's type in a wool, because we need one of those. And we even grab a blue one, just for the heck of it. And let's see, what else does it need? It needs an earth and a water, which I have. So earth, water, 2 snow blocks, cake, and blue wool. Is that everything? That is everything. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to walk up to our runic altar. You're just going to right-click it, and it will put those items on there. There's our earth, there's our water, there's our cake. And if you hover your little wand of the forest in function mode over it, you right-click and you'll see a little symbol over the altar, and you can see the circle in the middle of the square filling up with mana. And so what it's doing is this mana spreader is filling it up with enough mana. Now what we need is living rock, and you just want to toss that on top. When the mana circle gets all the way filled in, like it is now, you right click, and boom, there is your Rune of Winter. Alright, so we've got our Rune of Winter. Now we need a winter, a fire, and 2 mana diamonds. Now, just so happens I made some... No, I didn't make mana diamonds yet. Let's make them. Let's grab 2 diamonds. Whoops, not 2 stacks. Alright, and all you gotta do for to make anything, again, is you see the check mark in the middle, so you just hit Q to drop it, and boom, you got your mana diamonds. Okay, so we got our Rune of Winter, 2 mana diamonds, and let's find out what else it wants. It wants a Rune of Fire. Again, I have some of those already made up, and we're gonna put those on the runic altar to make a Rune of Gluttony. So we're going to go through mana diamond, Rune of Fire. We're going to right click it, and boom, it's going to get started. So let's check out what else we need while that's filling up for our flower. We need a mystical lime, a regular lime, a mystical green. Wait, that's a lime mana. Okay, so 2 lime, 2 white, and 2 red is what it looks like. So let's grab 2 red, 2 lime, 2 white. And it wants one of each of these to be mystical. So if we toss one of each in, you'll find that we have a mystical one of each. And let's do this. And we should be ready just about. We'll check our little circle. Yep, it's full. So let's dump off a piece of living rock right there in the middle and right click. And there we go. There's our Runes of Gluttony. We got 2 of them, which is great. Let's do something a little bit different then. We can make 2 of these. So let's grab 2 more lime, 2 more red, 2 more white, and we'll toss one of each of those in. All right. And of course we got our Runes of Gluttony. So we look at our book here, and that's all we need to make our plants. What happened to my bucket? Did I put my bucket away? No worries. I will grab another one. Alright. So we're going to go to our Petal Apothecary again. And we have no water, so let us spill water everywhere. Alright, so first things first, we're going to do red mana, mystical red, mystical lime, mystical white, lime mana, lime or white mana, our rune, and then a seed. a seed. Did we not do this right? Let's check it out. It's a red mana, mystical red, mystical green. Oh, it's sneaky. It got me with an extra one. That's okay. Let's go grab 2 greens real quick. I did not realize I wanted a regular green one in there also. Okay, so now we've tossed in a regular green. Let's toss in a seed and we should be good to go. All right. Let's prep this other one real quick and then we should be able to pick it up. So white. All right, and of course our rune and our seed. There we go. We got 2 munch dews, which is awesome. All right, so now what we want to do is set up a harvester and a planter in a way that we can connect into our AE system. And I have a Yeta wrench here. We can see that I've got cable running down this way. So I think we're going to plant our harvester right. I want to plant it in such a way that it doesn't harvest these flowers. I don't know if it'll harvest those flowers. So let's check. Let's check that before we do anything else. All right, harvester. How does it have energy already? I just made it. Huh. Okay. Let's go for an upgrade. And there's a reason behind this upgrade. You might have seen it in my inventory when I started, or at least up here on the terminal. So let's toss that in and see if it will harvest these flowers. If it'll leave these flowers alone, then we're in a really good spot, actually, and we can just go with this setup. I don't think it sees them. Or rather, it might not be set up to actually deal with them, which is just as good in my eyes. Maybe we need a chest to make sure, because it knows it doesn't have an inventory. So let's pull that there. Just in case. It's got energy. It's idle, but it doesn't see it. Okay, cool. All right, well then that's perfect. So I'm going to back this up 1 block is what I'm going to do. And there's a reason why I was worried about this. I want to give the munch dew enough time to harvest basically as much as leaves as they can get their hands on. And so to do that, I'm expanding the range of this harvester. And I'm doing that so that basically it'll search a huge area before it finally gets to the trees. And that'll give the munch dew enough time to do what they're going to do. So let's see. We can go right here. And we can hook up our planter. So let's get our planter. Oh, it was already on our bar. We're going to put that right there. And grab that dirt, because why not? See, our bushes are still there. That's a great sign. And let's see. We're going to export bus eventually. There we go. We're going to export bus only rubber saplings to this. And I think we're going to need an import bus now. Import. So basically we're just setting up an MFR tree farm at this point in order to be able to add extra leaf farming nests. I don't even know what the right word is, but it's that. We're going to relocate this as well. All right, cool. All right, and let's see. We want an import bus on. Let's grab our shovel. We want import bus on this. And let's grab some glass cable. And then let's grab some ME cable from Ender.io because I want to be able to hide it. And this cable is perfect for that. You can't do facades with grass, but ME will allow you to paint conduit to look, or Ender.io will allow you to paint conduit to look like grass. So let's do this and this. Whoops, not enough. Well, of course not. Here we go. And down. And we just want to hook these two together. All right, cool. So that's good. Now what we want to do is whoops. All right, that's conduit. Now we want to just there we go. So now that should be good to go when it comes to pulling things. And just to make sure, let's throw a rubber sapling in there. Yep, pulls it right out. Okay. And then this right here should be getting full of saplings. We're going to say consume stack off. Only rubber saplings. Can we get some? Let me get some blocks to fill this in and kind of keep an eye on that and see how that's working. I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so it turns out that it was just an issue of channels. Basically, the system itself had run out of channels. There's only 8 coming out to this platform, and I may have to expand that later on. But for now, that's what we're dealing with. The planter and harvester need some power. So we're going to do that part next. And I'm not quite sure how. I think we're going to do this number right here. And not really pay attention to, well, to soil or anything anyway. There we go. And 1, 2. And this, we're going to make sure it's only sending energy, not items. We're going to start it. And now they should have, yep. They should be fully harvested. And I went through and made those blocks to hide the lighting for, or not the lighting, the conduit for the cable. So let's see here. I've got some bone meal. I want to see if these munchdoos can get a hold of it before the harvester does. And it looks kind of like a team effort there. But I'm going to put this upgrade in there just in case. So that it can definitely get to the tree. You can see the munchdoo eating all the leaves before the harvester has a chance to get to the wood itself. So that's what we're going to do for that. So now we'll generate a little bit of extra mana. Although, I wonder if this is a graphical glitch. Nope. You can definitely see this mana spreader picked up more mana. Both of them are feeding in mana. We're just not quite to the point where we're full. And I think the big culprit, honestly, is this system setup over here. So let's grab a lever. Let's make it so we can turn this off. And what happened to my levers? Did I grab them? Oh, I did. I grabbed them. All right, there we go. So timer is off. So now this thing will no longer blast, which means once the Jaded Amaranthus fills in this area, it won't have to worry anymore about harvesting. So this mana pool will be full. So you'll notice now there's no more burst going through. When the lights are like this, that's a burst. But when the lights are just going normal, like this, that just shows a connection. So, this Jaded Amaranthus will continue to harvest, or not to harvest, but to plant flowers. But it'll do so at a less frequent rate because we've got so many in here already. And we can see we've got a good deal of plants in there as it is. So, we should be able to back up some mana here. Start building these mana pools back up. I've done a lot of mana usage in just a short bit of time, and I probably need to give that a chance to catch up. So yeah, let's see. I think that's going to be good for that. Now let's take a look at our Lexica Botanica and kind of see some other things here. We do have some other ways to generate power as well. Well, mana, rather. Let's see. Hydrangeas. Let's see. We'll suck up any still water in a 3x3 area around it on the same height, creating mana from it. They also seem to function faster during the rain. Who'd have thought? Ooh. So that's a neat system we could set up. At this point, we're just generating mana to generate mana. So let's do that. Let's set up some of those hydrangeas. First things first, we're going to grab some living wood. We're going to use that exact same setup that they showed us. And let's see. Simple hydrangea. It needs, let's see, 3 cyan, 2 blue, and a pink. So let's see. We got 3 cyan, 2 blue, and a pink. Okay, and how does it want them? 1 cyan mana, 1 blue mana. Okay, blue mana and cyan mana. Alright, and let's see, what else do we need? That's it. Alright, and we want to be able to do 4 of those. I didn't even think about that. So let's grab 7, I think. Was that right? No. Because you only need 1, well, 2 per, yeah, so we need 7. And then we need that many more pink, and then we need more cyan than that. Let's see, we have cyan. We're going to put those in there, and we're going to take and do 64 cyan. I know we don't need that many, but let's do this. 2, 3, 4. Okay, those are ready. And here we go. Let's do these. Oops, I made one too many. That's okay. We'll move that out of the way. Alright, so just to confirm, we need regular blue. We need mana blue. We need 2 cyan for every mana cyan. You can see we got 1 cyan, 2 cyan, regular ones, and then 1 pink. So actually, that's where we need to be for that. Let's get our petal apothecary set up. Where do we want to put it? Let's put it... We're just going to put it right here for now, until we kind of figure out a more permanent place for it. And what happened to my tank? Did I put it away? Tank. I did not. Maybe it's over here. It is. Alright. Here we go. Alright, we get our water bucket, fill up our apothecary. And then, of course, we're going to need 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, and seed. Sweet, that worked. And seed. Kind of a neat crafting system that it uses. Everything's very hands-on. There's not, you know, a lot of like plain not even animation. What's the word I'm looking for? Not a whole lot of plain just weirdness, you know, like with cables and everything, stuff you can't see. It's kind of nice that you have another way of kind of doing stuff without just having some cables. You can't tell what's going on. So let's make another mana tablet here, or pool here. And we'll go ahead and make it a full version by throwing it down haplessly. There we go. And I think we want to get a mana spreader, just in case. So I'm going to set this one up a little bit further. I'm going to set it up over here. And I'm going to put the mana pool. Let's see. Let's check the book and see what it says. There's a common setup. So let's set it up like that. Let's do this. We want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the wrong place. And let's grab this. All right. And we're going to put our mana spreader here, I think. We're going to set it up to bind, and we're going to bind it to this. Will it reach that far? Yes, it will. Now, we're not going to get very good mana transfer at that rate, but still. Okay, all right. So now let's get some water. Let's do this part first, because I don't know how it's going to do anything past that. All right, let's get out of the water. And we are going to do this, and that should square us up. And hydrangeas in every corner. And let's see, that flower is attached to that one. That flower is also attached. Where is this flower attached to? I don't think this flower is attached to anything. Let's change this up. Let's move this. Let's move it someplace I think would be a lot better. Let's see. We'll use these for the moment. And we'll go like this. And we'll put our mana spreader in the middle. And now, yep, now it attaches it. You can see it in the corner. Alright, now let's break these off. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bind that to that. There we go. Now you can see that mana spreader is making some mana. And that's kind of cool. Those flowers are just sucking up the water and turning it into mana. Lots of ways to generate mana in this mod pack, or in this mod rather, with Botania. Let's see. Are we filling this one up? This one's going down. This one should be just about done. Yep, the whole thing is full of flowers, so it won't be using any more mana. That pool will stay full. This one should slowly start filling up. So I think we've got pretty good mana generation going on at the moment. Obviously, it's not like the top tier or anything. They do have, like I said, lots of ways to generate mana. Let's see, Rose Arcana absorbs experience. Taint Thistle. It creates mana from Taint, which I don't know that I want to mess with that. Gourmet generates it from food. End of Flame burns it up. Entrepinium, what does this do? Oh, that's the TNT explosive one. I think there's one that does lava too. Is it an end of flame? It will absorb any combustible items or blocks dropped on the nearby vicinity and burn through them to passively generate mana while the fuel lasts. I wonder if it'll use lava. That would be kind of cool if it would use lava. Intrapinium. To absorb the explosion, the flower must not have any mana stored in it or the process will fail. That seems like a spotty way to do it, but regardless, I think we're doing pretty good on mana. This mana spreader here is doing pretty good about getting the mana down. I think this one's finally, whoops, going up a little bit, albeit. Yeah, and this one is definitely done. You can tell the little signals coming across. It's not actually blasting any mana over there. So that usage is done for now. So I think when we come back next time, we might take a small break from Botania. I don't know yet, but I really like the way the mod works out. I like the little system setup. Maybe we'll come back and actually you can get what are called sparks. Whoops. You can create sparks using just mana petals and then blaze powder and nuggets. And these sparks actually will function like kind of transfer cables. So you can set them up over top of, let's say, these mana pools and actually have like a central place to generate mana and then have it funnel out to all of the mana pools around the area here. So we may go that route, especially if we find that over time we're generating more mana than we can use. We're going through a lot of it at the moment, but really that's just because we took what should have been a simple, quick setup and just kind of started going full bore. I may even make a couple more of these munch dews. Not that we need them, but it might be fun to have them. And we can always double utilize. I mean, there is this oak tree farm down here. We do have a system set up in place to generate wheat. So we can always go through and maybe set up these, the gourmet, I'm not even going to try it, gourmeralis maybe, so that we can generate enough mana to do what we got to do to kind of move forward. So at any rate, I want to thank you all for watching, and this might be a little bit shorter than the last episode, but we've made a lot of progress nonetheless, especially once I got done derping up on the tree farm over there. So until next time, guys, I hope you have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.